Right, hello, so I'll be on again. I'm just going to stream some more Crusader Definitive Edition today because I've been playing absolutely loads of that and loving it, and yeah, it was sort of in the middle of playing it, so I thought do that rather than the stream today of the camera, then probably do a camera stream tomorrow. So yeah, so what have I got on this one? This is the second trail. I've got about 3/4 of the way through roughly the first trail, and I'm on quite a difficult mission on there, and I'm trying not to do the mission skip function. So, where am I located on this one? So I'm located at the sort of northeast of the map. The Abbot ally, who will probably get wiped out near the start, is there. AI doesn't have too much more money than me on this one, so this shouldn't be too annoying. Right, so let's slow the game right down to start with. Looks like I get a little quarry in that back bit there. Probably only fit one there, so that's alright. Do 3 oxes for that quarry. I'm going to want to probably focus on killing the AI that's between me and the Abbot as soon as possible, so I can concentrate on my front as being the direction the enemy's going to come from. Let's get buy some bows in just a second, because I'm gonna obviously need a load of archers early on. Yeah, as soon as some people on, say hello and we'll have a chat. Let's speed the game up now, everything's running. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely need to take out those archers so my granary doesn't get... That's actually a pretty tiny map in terms of oh, I need some houses, don't I? Shit. There we go. So yeah, that's quite a small map, this one, so I need to get rid of that Wazir pretty quickly. How much spare stone do I have? Ah, I've got 29. If I build a gatehouse there, I can use that to put troops on top of. Right. Put 25 archers on there. That should at least mean that I can run farmland without that being constantly destroyed. Right. That's the fucking Abbot that's built over there, so I can't build on my own farmland. Can I fit any wheat farms in anywhere? Fit one there. One there. I wonder how many of these guys you actually need to kill an NPC when you skirmish guys. Probably more than the 7, but we'll give it a go. If I get an Arab post up, I can get some assassins with the money I've got at the moment. Yeah, they're not very good. Right, but anyway, let's kill him using assassins. Right on. Alright, Satan, alright. Oh, hi, uncle. Are you sure it isn't some sort of scam group? Sounds like a scam group. But I'd be very careful if you get added to random WhatsApp groups, because I get loads of random fucking Telegram and WhatsApp things telling me about job opportunities that are blatantly scams. Alright, let's just buy some bread in temporarily until my farming industry gets going. And then I'm going to need really more space for farms or whatever. Let's get rid of that mill there, because otherwise that's going to put make the bakers walk a long way around. Oh, what the... Well, when you say the baby gas masks, do you mean the ones where you have to pump it for the baby to breathe, that type, or something else? Alright, let's waste all my money on food just until my bakeries get going. At least I can sell off all my stone for the time being. Some money. Right, now build some... Alright, fair enough, I'm just saying be really careful with WhatsApp groups, because that's so easy to scam people on those. Like saying, I personally haven't, if somebody added me to a group and I don't know who they are, I'm not accepting any invites. Yeah, I was, annoyingly, at one point, I was going to be gifted one of those by somebody I know, but I think they, in the end, couldn't find it, like, you know, where they thought they used to have one in their attic. You know, and it was actually the one they had when they were a child in World War II. But then it was one of those things where I think when they looked for it, they couldn't end up finding it, even though they knew they had it stored somewhere. Right, okay, my bakery's running now. Let's put a rally point for my archers there. So the enemy's going to attack through that middle bit of the map there. And I've got, actually, lookout towns there. I need more housing again. Oh no, it's because I'm so short of money, not everything else. Doing. Right, okay. Let's set the stone now to auto sell, because I don't really need any stone. I need troops. Yeah, S10's are good. Like I said, I'd ended up using the S10 in the video I did today. Like I said, the FM12's better, but the S10 is still a really good mask. Like, the fact it's still comfortable enough and everything today, despite being an 80s mask, means it just shows how much of a good design it was. Right, is there any other farming type stuff I can use? I'll get rid of this gatehouse now because I don't need it. I might as well have the stone to sell. Right, can I get some more farmland crammed into there? Yep, there. There. We'll need some more defences probably for that. Right, let's switch my guys to making crossbows, not bows. Excellent, Rajiv. I've played over 60 hours of it so far since last week when it came out. Ooh, quick, let's cut them off with my assassins. Right, okay, I don't really have room for dairy farms, so I'm going to have to keep buying in the leather, aren't I? Which isn't going to be great unless I can clear a bit of ground. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's just smash up the fucking Abbott's things, because, this should be my bit anyway, and he's built on it. Right, is there enough room there for a dairy farm? Yeah, one dairy farm, good, so I can use that for, leather production. Let's put my Russians up a bit now, and my taxes up. Oh, there's a fire. But yeah, I desperately need crossbows. Yeah, some of the 3D printed outserts people do for those now are actually genuinely good, unlike the ones that were first being made by people years ago. I can't read your comment, I'm afraid, oh hi uncle. It's currently on the bit of the screen that's hidden by YouTube's fucking little heart icon. Right. Get a load more regular archers for the time being. Right, move all my woodcutters over to this area now, where the actual trees are. I might as well delete these woodcutters posts there, because they're not in an area where they're useful anymore. Right, if there's any space there, I'll build some mines. Oh, good. Let's put wood to auto buy in, because I need it for bow production and everything else. Another big wave of them. Alright, at least I can get crossbowmen now. Alright, Tessia YX. Is that Donkey Kong, Rajiv? Yeah, again, like I said though, I'd still be very cautious about WhatsApp's group. Like I said, I only talk to a couple of people using WhatsApp, otherwise I don't use it. Alright, if I put, let me set them on stone to sell when it gets above 20 or 30 now, because I want to, get a bit more stone in so I can actually do some. Right, so 2 of those things aren't of any use, annoyingly, because they're like the pathfinding's blocked, so that's an Abbott's one there anyway. Can I make some there though? Yeah, cool. And can they access those? Yeah, cool. So the path. Oh, good, he's deleted his quarry. Right, I'm building on those bits then. Right, if I destroyed my access though, haven't I, just by doing that? So I need to. Oh, which fucking thing's blocked off the access to all the others? It's probably that one there, isn't it? I'm going to have, yeah, laid out like that. Which isn't great, but it still means I'm getting some iron in. Right, let's set the iron to auto sell. Which one's Wolfenstein 2? Well, out of the new Wolfensteins, like the Bethesda ones. Because he keeps building bloody things there, even though he's my ally, I'm going to have to destroy his buildings because it's blocking access to my bloody mines. Tell you what, I can probably put something there in a second once I destroy that mine to stop him building another one. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Bethesda Wolfensteins. I like the older ones. Not necessarily 3D, but Return to Castle Wolfenstein, 2009 Wolfenstein. Right, okay, cool. So that's his thing knocked out there. So if I just put an ox tether there, that should block him from building a quarry on my bit again. Yeah, and if I build 2 iron mines there, they're still accessible. Good, right. My leather production's still pretty slow. Is there room anywhere for another cheese farm, dairy farm? Yes, okay. Good, so I can have another dairy farm there. Right, let's build some more tanneries. Yeah, okay, so I was going to build a gatehouse so I can start just putting my troops on that other guy's wall. How close did I build the gatehouse there? Right. Actually, that means I won't be able to build on his wall, will I? I could probably just send people through his gatehouse, but whatever. Alright, I might as well sell off about 40 of those crossbows for now, and then buy in just a load of leather for now, because my crossbow production is so much faster than my leather production. Yeah, I heard that last night. It's a shame. I was quite surprised how he only did that thing 2 weeks ago, but maybe that's why he did that farewell tour then, because he knew he was on the way out. But yeah, I was a bit annoyed when that came in on the news last night, that a lot of news agencies didn't put it as like high priority news. You know, like they would put in crap nobody cares about really as like the top news, but I didn't know somebody from the Jello Pudding show died. I didn't know that. I'll have to look that up. Right, let's get the archers a bit further forwards, just so I've got more arrows shooting out from around there. Yeah, I won't be able to quite hit his wall there, but I'm like, right, let's put... Right, okay, I shouldn't have to worry about defences anymore here. Now, because he's got a mangonel on that tower, although he's not got it manned, does he? How far forwards? Oh, I can build pretty far forwards there, okay. What I'm going to do is just keep building towers out that way when I get more. Let's just set the stone to auto sell at about 80. Because yeah, what I want to do now is just tower creep forwards. Yeah, that'll be enough towers there. Because that means I can just do a lot of damage using archers to him. Or crossbowmen. Alright, put them all forwards. Yeah, it's the same with Lemmy though, isn't it, Space Dog? That Lemmy died, was it of pancreatic cancer in the end, even though you'd have thought he'd have died of something related to alcohol or whatever else. But yes, some people can live the rock and roll lifestyle and live surprisingly long. Name sounds familiar, Rajiv. Again, I'll have to look them up, but again, when I'm in a game, it's a bit annoying because I can't actually look anything up when people say about it. Unlike a normal stream where I can just open a tab. Yeah, so there's Return to Castle Wolfenstein. On the original Xbox, when they released that, there's an extra level set in Egypt that was pretty good. But I think the Wolfenstein mod for PC is actually adding in. So that's quite good. My favourite Wolfenstein, other than the last level, which is bullshit, was the 2009 Wolfenstein, the one that's literally called Wolfenstein, which I think is out of print now. So the only way you can get it is to pirate it if you don't. I've physically got it on disc somewhere from when it came out. But yeah, there's quite a good Wolfenstein from 2009. Fill that up with wall. Gonna build a wall. There we go. Alright, that's gonna be the Emir's thing. So is it just 2 Emirs on this map? 2 enemies. Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Wazir was the other guy and he's already dead, isn't he? Alright, we might as well launch an attack on these guys pretty soon, because they seem to be pretty doomed. I think even the Abbot might get that other Emir there, because he's lost all his towers and men. Yep, it's on Steam. It released, I don't know if it's on anything like other platforms, but yeah, this released last Tuesday. Like I said, it was originally from 2002, but obviously the graphics have been redrawn and look really nice. Has 4K support, modern, you know, hardware support. Right, that Abbot is definitely going to be able to kill that Emir eventually. Right, what troop shall I swarm the other guy with then? Yeah, I suppose I could just send a load of crossbowmen forward. I want my armories forward, that means I definitely need to make men. Send them up to the wall and then volley fire over. And then just get some melee units in a minute to smash through his wall. I very much doubt you need a high spec PC to run this. I'm running other shit in the background while I'm streaming it, still getting 60 FPS. I mean, the requirements are definitely higher than the original Stronghold was, and the original version of Crusader, but I think if you're playing like 8 players on the big map with a massive troop limit, you'll probably eventually start putting quite a lot of strain on your CPU just for the sheer amount of units they let you do, because in the old version they capped the units quite low. So, you know, a bit like with some of the Age of Empires style games, they'd have like a 200 pop cap or something. But I think now you can kind of cause the game to start stuttering out, but you'll more run into issues if you play online with people, that people with shit internet start crashing the games out when their PCs, you know, like start lagging out. But in terms of playing with a PC or whatever, you won't have computer. Are you looking up the old one, Rajiv? Because I doubt they would name XP as a thing anymore. You're probably looking at the ones for the original Crusader or Crusader HD. Yeah, this is Definitive Edition. Right, let's get a load of Arabian swordsmen up there to stop breaking things. In theory, that abbot's load of men should be able to finish off that Emir there. Oh no, he's wasted his monks. Oh wait, he's got a huge pile of monks coming in now that should do the job. Yeah, but you have to pay like a monthly fee for the cloud machines. From what I understand, if you want just gaming stuff on the cheap now, get a Steam Deck, because Steam Decks are apparently really good for the sheer amount of games they can run. That, you know, like a surprisingly there we go. Right, that's that one dealt with. So now let's just deal with this one. Yeah, that sounds more like it, Rajiv. Like I said, because I'd be surprised if they were still mentioning like Windows XP or whatever, Windows 98 and XP for the modern one. Right, let's get that tower smashed down. Because I'm not using a RAM and proper siege equipment, it's pretty slow, but they're getting there. Oh, close the HUD there. Oh, I run out of food. Yeah. I don't need taxes anymore. I've got enough wheat, so I just really need more bakeries. That should do it. He's got a proper Bogdanov face, the Emir. Oh, good. The tower's down. Right, let's get all the crossbowmen where they can actually shoot through the gap. And that's 42 swordsmen to send in. They should have no issue doing this. But yeah, so Steam Decks, I keep getting quite tempted to get one, because although I've got a decent PC, I imagine they are really good if you're travelling anywhere. I know, like, the battery life on them, they're, again, one of those sort of things that are probably more designed to run off a plug socket, because I think most games on it, you only get about 3 hours of battery life. So, you know, you probably would want to just use them with, this looks quite easy. I mean, now Amir's got shitloads of money, but this looks like a very easy map for playing. So what I am actually going to do, though, on this one is restart straight away on the slowest speed and delete my stockpile and reposition it. So there we go. Let's put that right next to the resources. Then have a granary. There's so much greenery on this that I'll just rely on orchards, because they're not as efficient at high population as bread, but they are fine. Oh, I can get hunters on this map, that's quite a rarity. Right, let's get a load of hunters. I'm going to need a market. Just buying loads of wood to begin with. Right, get a load of woodcutters. Start getting proper resources in a minute. iron. Okay, now we need housing. So I'm going to want to choke point them around here. How far away? Find out in a moment how far away I can build a Yeah, I kind of get you with that. Yeah, because like with the Steam Deck, I think you can plug in like keyboard, mouse, and gamepads, and I imagine that probably is more comfortable than using the grips on the side of the screen. So I imagine it's pretty similar to the Switch that you. Good. So I can build my stuff all the way out here. That's good. So. I'll make a more reinforced wall in a minute, but let's just do that for the time being. Okay, right. Let's get a barracks and right, sell off all the iron and shit to begin with that I don't need. I will actually get some bakeries up. Right, let's get one of those. Just because as I expand population-wise, I might as well have some farming. Right, bakery. Let's put them in a big cluster here. That will do. My wood's coming in now. Anyway, I want to get some troops on the wall first thing, so might as well. The Emir will send swordsmen, but other than that, most of his units are pretty squishy, so I probably can just get regular archers rather than crossbowmen. Let's build a load of these wherever there's space for them. I want to prioritise building on the iron deposits now, because that means I can just make loads of money selling iron. Right, and because I've got spare money, let's buy in a load of bows just to begin with, and get my archers over there. GTA 4 has the most fun physics in terms of crashing cars and like shooting people in the kneecaps. Vice City is still my favourite. I think a lot of people aren't expecting GTA 6 to be that good, but I'm hoping it's alright. But I think it's delayed again now, isn't it, till next year, where it was meant to be the back end of this year and now it's next year. Right, okay, so granary is full. That's a really good problem to have, so let's put the taxes and the rations all the way up. Okay, and we can build some more farms down here. Set the iron to auto sell, and then with the stone I will set that to auto sell when it goes over 100, but I want to build up quite a formidable wall. So let's get some quarries ready. Let me just do a quick save before I forget. Right, okay, we should be in a pretty good position now to, yeah, he's going after my wall, but I've got enough archers there, the swordsmen aren't a problem. But yeah, I definitely want a tower on this side to give me a bit more, offensive potential. Right, okay. A read the chat again in a second. The only problem with Stronghold is because it's quite in-depth when you're doing stuff. I always forget the chat. But yeah, like I said, I do want a good open world game like GTA 6 and whatever, and I do like the Florida style setting more than somewhere like New York or whatever, or California. But yeah, like we said, we'll have to just wait and see, because didn't one of the houses stop working for Rockstar now, so they've kind of, you know, whether or not they've still got some of the really good talent, I don't know. But, right, let's get more what you call them, Fletchers up to. Let's get absolutely shitloads of Fletchers. I don't know, we need more housing. Doubt any of those islands are big enough, because if you had big islands you could put the houses on them and they still function as houses. But can I fit good things on any of those? Okay, good, because that stops my workers actually wandering over to them. But if there's not enough space, that won't actually be enough to make any functional popularity. Right. Fear factor +1, okay, I've got a slight bonus by doing that, but not much, right. Get some more towers up. What's 1986? I know what 1984 is, but I don't know 1986. Oh yeah, I've got Mad Max on PC, the one where yeah, you like ram the cars and you like have the grappling hook and all that. And then in the dunes you've got kind of the horror area of the buzzards. Yeah, I actually think the Mad Max game was a surprisingly good licensed game. Right, okay, let's get more wall up there. So I've got to stick more archers in the higher towers. Although I think my the fences are working quite well now. Oh, here comes a load of swordsmen. Do I have enough archers to deal with those, or am I going to need crossbowmen as well? Destroying a bit of wall there. When those guys are dead I can repair that wall. I might as well dig a moat if it lets me. Right, okay, can I dig a moat here? I can put a drawbridge there. Right, good, I can. Okay, so might as well make a bit of a moat, and then it makes it a bit harder for his men. Okay. Yeah, did you mean 1984? Because like saying, is 1986 a sequel to 1984 I don't know about, that wasn't written by George Orwell. But yeah. Yeah, 1984 is good. It's obviously one of the sort of famous historical dystopian things. Right. Oh, I'm getting a bit too much wheat on my stockpile. Let's build some more mills. There we go, that should deal with it. Yeah, even at full rations at the moment, I'm sort of got a stuffed granary. I suppose what I could do is, if the apples are going that high, let's tell them to auto-sell above 200. There we go. And that just means that I'll get a load of money constantly coming in from that. We'll set the bows to auto-sell once they go above, say, 50 something. I'll just extend my armory a bit, if I've got room to do that there. Yeah, there we go. Right, and they managed to dig the moat without all dying, so that's good news. So now, anyway, I've got a moat, that means it's harder to attack me. Because the enemy actually has to fill the moat in before they can attack the wall. And not all units can fill in moats, so that's useful. So I'll go on the offensive in a minute. But might as well just let them bash their head against the wall. Let's build a engineer's guild over here. Did I get a mercenary post yet? No. Right. Let's start getting loads of engineers so I can start building siege weapons. Yeah, I still think I prefer the Road Warrior, but one is one of those films that first time I watched it I didn't like as much, and then upon rewatching one I like it a lot more. But what was really annoying is where I've got on DVD, for some reason the default audio language is the fucking American dub rather than the proper Australian version. So the first time I watched it was where they had the shitty American dub on it. And then like when I rewatched it, you know, with the audio language with the original Australian audio on it. Because there's actually even stuff in the background about, like, the fuel crisis and that's not even, like, you know, they've just got muted, that's not even dubbed over on the American dub, which is really annoying, so a lot of the background story isn't even there. Let's start clearing all this stuff away. I mean, you probably could get a UAZ to pass an MOT, because there's probably loads of spare parts for them, because Soviet stuff was built to be pretty, you know, basic to service. So yeah, you would, because all you really need is the brakes running, like the headlights running and everything else, don't you, to pass an MOT? There's not, unless there's an emissions thing you have to have it pass, I don't know. Right, how much money has he got on troops? 185 troops, 7 grand. Okay. Yeah, it's on Steam, Ian. Crusader Definitive Edition. Stronghold Crusader Definitive Edition. Came out last Tuesday. And it's been pretty much the only game I've been playing since last Tuesday, because this was a childhood favourite game of mine, Stronghold Crusader. Let's set his thing on fire. There we go. how many of these archers are going to survive this thing against his turrets. We'll see. It's actually most of his turrets aren't that well manned now. My fire ballistas have done a good job of knocking them off the turrets. Let's get another group of engineers. I'll move their rally point up a bit now. CSA, I'm only going to be playing another couple of games of this. I just wanted to do a stream today to see if anyone was on, but I'll do a proper camera stream tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to be one of those days where I've got shitloads of parcels coming, so that's a bit annoying. But other than that, and most of the parcels aren't very interesting things. They're like replacement screws for things, batteries, that sort of thing. Mostly quality of life things, Rajiv. Like you can put rally points now, you can order units without spam clicking, like I can do control click and stuff. Auto trade is one of the things which is really useful, so if I demonstrate that, hang on. So I can set it so things auto sell and auto buy, so you don't have to constantly keep going to the market and selling stuff off in bulk. So you can make a lot of your industries kind of automate themselves better, which is one of the nicest quality of life improvements, because it means you can just have stuff doing stuff without, you know, constantly looking at your Oh, they've got lots of troops in the open. Let's make some dairy farms. And then I can launch diseased cows at them and kill them with plague. So I'll move that rally point up again. Right, trebuchets. Don't have many cows yet because they generate over a period of time with the let's move the fire ballistas up again a little bit. Just bring down the turret. Right, do I need more housing again? I think I need more housing. Yeah, so it's mostly just lots of quality of live features. The graphics are obviously upscaled and a lot of them are redrawn. So there's some new units and new campaigns and everything. But I'd say 70% of the content's the original game content, just a bit like the Command & Conquer remaster. It just is much easier for more modern people to get into, because a lot of the jank's been removed that used to be in the old game. It's based during the Crusades, so 1100s, 1200s sort of thing. Where the date says 1353 there on the trail, it just keeps going, so you can have actually technically become the modern day, even though you'd still have medieval units. But yeah, original Stronghold was set in England around 1100 or so. Stronghold Crusaders set a bit later during the Crusades. I think most of the game's set between the First and the Third Crusade. So it's Richard the Lionheart and all those sort of era ones, Saladin. So Kingdom of Heaven, basically, if you've ever seen that. might not be able to get a siege tower against his wall, but I want to try it anyway. No, it is medieval, like we're saying. I can just swarm him actually with assassins now, seeing as his wall's destroyed. Oh, Sheriff of Nottingham on my side and this one, right. So where am I based? Roughly in the middle of the map, so this is going to be quite difficult. The Sheriff is next to me, but everybody else is on one team surrounding us. So that Wazir that's in the northwest is probably going to be the one I need to kill really quickly, or else he'll just, you know, get on top of me. But let's try this one then, see how it goes. At least I'm near a lot of iron on this one to begin with. Again, this might be quite a difficult one with farmland because of where we're located. So let's get some orchards up straight away. I'm going to have to just try and rush that Wazir. So let's get horse archers to begin with, even though they cost a lot of money. At least I've got quite a lot of starting resources. Yeah, it is very fun. It's like saying this is one of my childhood games because it came out in 2002. It came out when I was about, 9 years old or so. So this and the original Stronghold I played a lot of when I was in primary school. Put some woodcutters just behind his base because that sometimes distracts them a bit. Right, I'm going to also need to put archers on my own thing, aren't I? Because otherwise I'm going to be attacked non-stop with that. Speed the game up in a minute once I've got everything started, and we'll see if I can manage this. But yeah, horse archers are one of the best units in the game, but they're very expensive, so normally you need quite a good economy to afford them. He's also got his own horse archers though. Going quite well. He's already sending guys out against me. Like I said, I'm going to have to make sure I keep getting guys in my own keep, because otherwise that Marshal and the Emir down there are going to be on top of me at any moment. Oh shit, let's get my horse archers away from those swordsmen before they all get chopped up. But at least horse archers can shoot while moving and they're pretty fast, so I can do this. Let's also get a load of slingers up on my keep. The slingers do alright damage to swordsmen. Very good, that's worked out. Right. Can afford more horses, so let's get more cavalry archers in. He's also doing more horse archers. Right, let's get a load of assassins early on and just try and rush him with assassins now. his swordsman. Alright, let's get the first load of assassins into his keep and see what damage they can do. If I send a second wave of assassins, that should hopefully do it. Oh, yeah, I think I've done it with that lot. There we go, nice. Okay, so enemy 1 is down. Yeah, in the UK at the moment, it is currently coming up to 6 PM, 10 to 6. Right, okay, good. Now we can focus more on these guys down here, and I don't have to rush so much. So let's get shitloads of iron coming in, and then I can sell the iron for money, sell it for lots of gold, or turn it into armour. Tell you what, let's not sell off all the iron. Let's set the iron to sell when I get more than 20 iron. And then, let's get an armory. I'll set the wood to auto buy at 100. Alright, I'm going to need some more farmland there, so oh, fuck's sake, he's just built a thing on it. He's going to build a thing there. Yeah, I can get even more iron from the side. I can always buy in food if I need to. But my plan now is to make loads of pikemen, because I only need half the iron to do that, because I need armour. Right, so just build a load of housing back there, because there's no danger from that area now. Also get a load of stone coming in. Boost my economy using stone. Yeah, let's just set apples to auto buy at about 20 or 30. Right, okay. So my plan is now, let's quickly sell off all the shit on the stockpile I don't need, like that pitch. Hops. And the ale and the wheat. Right, okay, so my plan is now, I've got an armory, let's build a load of pole turners workshop, but make these ones pikes, not spears. And I want a load of armourers workshops. I don't want to be in range of his stuff, but I want my stuff to be, yeah, that should be fine then. Just want it to be basically where I can use my, right. What have you got, Ian? But yeah, like people are saying, just stay hydrated. Sports drinks can be really good when you're ill as well. I don't mean like caffeine ones, but you know, the ones with electrolytes in, like Lucasade and some of those. I find sometimes when I'm ill, they're much better than just drinking normal water. But I when it was really hot the other week, I had like loads of diarrhea and sort of stomach sort of sickness. I just think, well, probably just an upset stomach from how hot it was. But some of the people I work with as well have been ill with how hot it's been recently. Just feeling faint and everything. But yeah, I had quite a nasty cold last week where I just everything, my taste is back to normal at least now, but yeah, I just was getting one of those things where everything tasted really bad. Oh well, let's set the stone to auto sell over a certain amount now. Right, so the bit that's slower is making the pikes, so Let's make more pikes coming in. So what units does the sheriff use then? Maceman. Let's see, Maceman. I might need to send some troops up into his base actually to help him out. So just buy a load of Arabian archers in and stick him inside his base. Just because he's going to be constantly attacked, isn't he, by that Abbott there's the other team. Yeah. Once I deal with the guys on my side, that should be less of a problem. But until this gate reopens, I can't actually, there we go. I should be in quite a safe position where I am. Right, okay, so let's keep building pikemen. Might as well set it to when I get more than 25 iron armour. It just sells off automatically. Roughly about same with the pikes. Just so I'm not doing anything, I'm making money from having a surplus amount of them. Now, the marshal over there doesn't look like he's built a particularly good base, so I might as well go for him first. And then swing round to the Emir afterwards. I'm just going to get rid of that sheriff's bloody stuff where he's built on my own things, because I need the apples coming in for my population. Yeah, it's, like I said, the weather is definitely just getting hotter and less pleasant. Because again, I don't mind hot weather in countries where you actually get a breeze and when you sweat it cools you down. But in the UK, you just have the problem that, you know, nothing really, you just kind of get humid and horrible feeling because the air humidity. Right, okay, so we've got a load of pikemen ready. 102 pikemen. Right, let's get a load of engineers and then let's start dealing that guy over on the left. Then I'll worry about the Emir in a moment once I've fire ballistas to shoot the guys off his turrets. Oh yeah, I've got apple orchards there, haven't I, which don't function at the moment because of his guys shooting at me, so yeah, this will help once I've started doing this. So yeah, shoot him off that turret. There we go. Move my ballistas up a bit more. But yeah, anyway, let's get my pikemen. Well, whatever it is in Fahrenheit, Ian, it's probably well over 100 Fahrenheit, I imagine, those temperatures. Let's get another set of engineers ready, because some of those are dying off. Need some more housing as well. Well, there's more iron I could exploit in the north of the map. Let's do that. Well, it's going to be a bit more of a walk to get that iron to my base, but still. Oh, I need to set the wood to auto sell. I've got too much wood now. There we go. That will, yep. Oh, some swords. Make some swording. Aye, sir. Yeah, let's just start hitting his wall with these guys. I can always build more. Right, anyway, we are going to build more fire ballistas, weren't we? That's going quite well. Yeah, pikemen alone are doing a pretty good job at just smashing the shit out of that stuff. They are my favourite unit, pikemen. Oh, he's actually got a lot of swordsmen in that thing. Okay. No, we've got an opening anyway. Let's send another wave in a moment in case that first one doesn't do it. Oh no, no, I don't want you running off when you're in the keep. Ah, good, right, yeah. The pikeman horde did a good job there. Yeah, imagine the Mojave is pretty damn hot, isn't it? As in the line in Fallout New Vegas. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Alright, just the abbot to deal with now. Alright, let's get all of my horde of troops. This will be the last game I do on this stream, by the way. But, yeah, the pikemen do a bloody good job. Yeah, these, because they've constantly been skirmishing each other, and I've had my archers in the thing over there. The abbot's not in a great shape. So let's rush his keep with the assassins, and the rest of my pikemen can just wreck everything. Oh, wait, there's already a way in. Okay. He's got a lot of monks, but how many monks has he got? Ah, only about 20 odd left now. Yeah. There we go. Oh, that does not sound good, Ian. Right, anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, wasn't that long today. I haven't had dinner yet or anything. So tomorrow, I've got a video already filmed that's going on tomorrow, another one about that camelback adapter I did the video on today. But I've just done another one demonstrating a bit better, which I did after filming the first one. But yeah, so tomorrow is going to be one of those days of just waiting for a shitload of parcels. So that's not that much fun, but you know, once they're delivered at least. Most of them should be coming tomorrow anyway, rather than being several different days of waiting in for parcels. But I'll try and get some other stuff filmed for YouTube anyway. One of the things I've got coming as well, because I weirdly didn't have this, even though I kind of need one, is one of those things where you attach it to your drill, and then you can drill out broken screws, where you like first drill into the screw and then you turn the thing the opposite way around, and it then extracts the like, you know, broken screw. Because I've got a thing where I was trying to unscrew some screws earlier, and nearly all of them are like just disintegrating as I try and use a screwdriver on them. So I need to actually drill into them, because they weren't very good quality metal, obviously, screws, and they're a bit rusted. Anyway, yeah, have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for